I went from 270 pounds to 168 pounds. And I spent years trying to rebuild my life alone. Years. But y'all wanna know the wild part? The actual breakthrough happened once I put myself under the expectation of another man. Pause. But it actually happened. Today I was actually reviewing some of my old patterns. I used to be a data junkie. Like, if you go in my Notion, I have all my data written down for years so I could look back at it. The workout programs, all the diets, everything. But the gap was entirely execution. When I skipped a session or broke my diet, nothing happened because nobody knew. So I just failed without any supervision. Nobody knew, so nothing happened. I just failed myself. And that's an issue because a lot of ambitious guys like us, we treat discipline like it's a solitude act for your manhood. And we like to convince ourselves that requiring a little supervision or requiring some accountability is a sign of weakness. We've actually been brainwashed. That nigga Tate brainwashed you. You know what I mean? The people you watch are brainwashing you. Watch out. Watch your mind, brother. And operating in absolute secrecy, that secret, brother, that just gives you a veil just to fail in secret. That's all it is. Like I said yesterday, the trajectory of my life, I can pinpoint when my life changed as soon as I got that first text from Todd Mendelson. I ain't gonna lie, this is not a plug to bruh, but it actually happened. I'm like, oh, this is accountability. My life shifted. And I always thought I was a consistent person, even though it was 270 pounds. I thought I was consistent, you know what I mean? But I was consistently inconsistent. That was the issue. It was never a daily thing. It was day, fall off 2 days, day, fall off a week, day. So I was consistently inconsistent. As soon as I got that text, that first accountability check-in text, I'm like, oh, it's lit. It's up from here. You know what I mean? I got somebody that's checking in. I gotta do it. And it just took a lot of pressure off of myself because I can no longer fail. If I failed, it was no longer a secret, brother. Bruh expected me to deliver my numbers daily. And there was no more negotiating in my head. All the negotiating went to bruh. So all I had to do was show up and be a robot. Bruh, that's something that us as men, if you're anything like me, you love operating like a robot. Even though you don't think so, just try it out. Operate like a robot. Just have your set things to do. And it actually makes life more enjoyable that way because you have these random events that'll show up in your routine that make life cool. You know what I mean? So you're consistently checking off things that you need to do every day, and then a random event will pop up, random shorty, random new friend. You know what I'm saying? It's just random little things will pop up while you're doing your daily routine that'll make life so fun instead of being consistent, falling off, consistently inconsistent. That's wild. And your life is just a rat race from there. Go robot mode. Guys like us, try it out, bro. Robot mode works, bro. I love being a robot. And Todd, this is my first, I grew up in a religion that didn't allow us to play sports. So maybe you can relate, I'm not sure, but I never been under the control of a coach like that. You know what I mean? So that accountability I never ever had. Bruh, as soon as I had a coach that told me what to do and all I had to do was follow, bruh, robot mode was easy. You know what I'm saying? Easy. And it was finally that first time where it allowed me to quote unquote, digitally, look in the eyes of another man if I failed and say, yeah, I failed, I compromised. That's tough. And I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna show up every day and show you that I can do this. And that friction, brother, that friction of that accountability for me is forced execution. And I became reliable because the cost of not being reliable was suddenly visible. The cost of failing was visible now. Data alone, brother, will not alter your behavior. It won't. You can hoard information, which I know you're doing. You can hoard information for years and stay exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? That's delusional. But if you place yourself in a room that has rigid expectations for you, then that's what forces adaptation, right? It forces it. And what a time to be alive. 2026, and we can do that digitally. What a time to be alive. You should be taking advantage of it. I don't care who it is. Find someone that'll hold you accountable. Find someone, brother. Accountability is the best ability, my brother. Find someone. And OutHere Elite, we operate in this exact mechanism. That's all we're about. We place ambitious men in an ecosystem that forces accountability, and it forces reliability, and it forces follow through. But just to button everything up, my brother, stop trying to build a disciplined life in complete isolation. And one thing I do have to say, your friend is not gonna help you, bro. Your bro is not gonna work, bro. Because if it was, it would have already worked already. So it cannot be your bro. It can't be anybody super close to you, right? Because if that would have worked, it would have already been working already. So it has to be someone external. Someone. Find that person, brother. It's apparent. Find that person. Come on, bro.